What is the worst thing to name your child? PP. My former SIL thinks it's short for Penelope, so she makes everyone call her little girl PP. I wish I was kidding. Apparently not methamphetamine rules. Bootherus, Medusa, Rambo, or Moonshine. Used to know a dude named Moonshine. Dude was fucked up. Man, don't do that to your kid. My brother-in-law David wanted to name his son Harley. That way when someone introduced him it would go something like this. This is Harley, David's son. Something unpronounceable. A tragedy. Melanie, but with an F, felony. Just spitballing here, but I am going to go with XAE a 12. Exa Dark Sideral. Techno Mechanicus. Mud, according to my mom. She always said, if you do that, your name will be Mud. CVILYN Caitlin. You know those people who name their kids regular names like Anastasia or SMT, but they spell it like Anastasia? Stop trying to be cool and trendy and pick the fucking name. There's no need to spell it like that. Public school teacher here. Do not name your kid Angel. He'll be anything but. Child. Dick. Who the fuck names their kid Dick? Engelbert. McLoving. Apparently, naming your twins Crowley and Aziraphale is very bad. My aunt was a nurse and once had a woman attempt to name her daughter Precious Angel. And I say attempted because the name she legally ended up with was Precise Angle. God, I hope that kid is good at math. You mean besides Adolf or Jar Jar? I've always thought that Chlamydia sounds like a very posh girl's name. I bet she has horses too. Imtuchiap for Trojans. It's a family name. Princess Consuela Banana Hammock. My coworker named her baby Strawberry Rain, which would be a great name if she had given birth to a bottle of shampoo. Bart. There is nothing bad rhymes with Bart. Cart, Dart. What Elon Musk named his child? Spurgeon. Jim Bob Duggar. Here's a good one. I went to school with a kid named Harold. Named after his grandfather on his mother's side of the family. So naturally kids called him Harry. Unfortunately, his father's last name was Ball. I knew some guy named Richard Seaman, not sure of the exact spelling. He was a substitute teacher. Dick Seaman. Northwest feels sorry for the kid. General Booty. D.A. Realist Clark. D. Brickashaw Ferguson. Nevaeh. The same freaking name as their twin or triplet. You have no idea the insurance and other legal issues they create, but it seems to be common. Working in a hospital, we recently had triplets with the same first and last names. The only difference was one letter in the middle name. My dad tried to name me Gertrude Myrtle so he could call me Gert the MYRT. Don't ever do that. Mulva. Any name that the person will end up spelling for their entire life. Parents need to stop trying to be original with name spellings. It's not Jackson, it's Jackson. It's not Mike, it's Mike. It's not Brittany, it's Brittany. You're welcome, from someone who's had to spell their name their entire life. Anything that the child will spend their entire lives having to spell out for people or correct pronunciation on. I should pull out everywhere. Karen. There was a pair of brothers from Nigeria in my primary school. The brother in my year was called Ingabong, and my friend convinced me that his brother's name was Idingadong. Needless to say, I embarrassed myself asking Ingabong about Idingadong. Turned out his name was Ibrahim. A kid at my local library is named Rage. That probably doesn't bode well for his future. Jackson. No context needed. Chlamydia. Foreigner who came to live in an English-speaking country thought that was a cute feminine word. That poor child. Turd Ferguson. Fight me. Jake the Mistake. Any name that has numbers and symbols in it. Pedophile. Pubit. I knew a kid named Trigby. IDK about worst, but if I had a kid I'd name it Doctor and skip all the tuition and work. It's illegal to name your kid Hitler. Northwest. Anything that you intentionally misspell or add unnecessary apostrophes to. Nevaeh. I fucking hate that name. Zayden, Aiden, Jaden, Caden, etc. Vaginalted. As a teacher I've come across some bad ones. Had a gal named Sativa. Twin boys named James and Samoj. Had a gal named Exliana pronounced Exliana. But the all-time worst is Mr. Lafayette. His legal first name is Mr. Lafayette. So when he's an adult he'll be Mr. Lafayette. BJ. Any first and middle names that can be shortened to BJ. Candida. As a first name. No, I am not kidding, I worked in pharmacy, and have seen everything. Candida. Like the cause of yeast infections. She was actually the daughter of a city council member that my mom liked, but before my mother worked with her. Nobody told her. Nobody. Can significantly depend on the last name too. Some names are outright bad while others are situationally bad. Wouldn't want to be named Lance in general, but even less so if my last name was Boyle. Sorry if you have this name. Gertrude. I feel like there are no young people named Gertrude. They were born old. Tarquin. Adolf Hitler Jr. Khaleesi or anything else where you're naming them something very unusual after whatever the in thing is this week, cause it won't be the in thing when your kid is old enough to start resenting you for it. What is the worst thing to name your child? A boy named Sue or anything else that's going to get him beat up on the playground. Adolf. Karen or Chad. Siri, Alexa and Tesla. Adolf. Gertrude. Bertha. Trixie Candy. Any stripper name. Mathematical or programming jargon. Very obviously after a fictional character from a popular franchise, especially when it's a creature like Chewbacca. Yes, my aunt knew someone called that. After a car brand my cousin knew a Ferrari. There's a kid in my grade named Spike. Parents, please do not name your kids shit that has to do with drugs, or inanimate fucking objects. Ben. The last name Dover. Just saying. Another is Pete with the last name Mypans. Or Prince. Because that's my name, lol. The same name as their parent, I don't understand that tradition. Then there's George. Loser. Anything nerd-related that couldn't be a normal name. Khaleesi, Hermione, etc. Your own name. You're already having a kid in your own image. How insecure are you that you also must name him the same as you as well? Air traffic controller. Yes, it's illegal in Russia to call your kid air traffic controller. The name of the city they were born in, but backwards. I've seen many people with names like these. After yourself, none of us are that great. Disappointment. Scan not accepted would cause lifetime issues. Karen. The mockery nowadays would ruin her. Facebook or some strange characters. I think someone used emojis in their kid's name once. Must be damn tragic to be the kid with that name. A name that everybody else already has but you just decide to spell it stupid. You aren't fooling anyone, Mr. Musk. Adolf Hitler. XAEA12 Musk. Donald. I work in an OB clinic. Ivane. Chlamydia twice. Abgt pronounced AB City. Teflon. Oklahoma. Karen for a girl. Adolf for a boy. Any name from Game of Thrones. Man, that series hit the ground real